everyone, welcome back to the G.life. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys 3 recipes to use with 2-ingredient dough. I did film a video like this a couple of months ago. I will link it down below and up here in the cards for you guys to watch. It has 3 other recipes along with how to make 2-ingredient dough. So in this video, I'll show you 3 new recipes and how to make 2-ingredient dough from regular flour. So let's go ahead and get started. So to get started, we're gonna make the 2-ingredient dough. You will need self-rising flour. I don't have any self-rising, so I'm just gonna make my own using all-purpose flour, salt, and baking powder. Once you mix all that in, you'll also need some Greek yogurt. Make sure it's plain and non-fat.
So starting off with my dough, I am going to make 3 different batches. So I have 3 cups of flour in here, and then I'm just adding the baking soda and salt in order to make the self-rising flour. I'll do the measurements down below so you guys can look at what the measurements would be if you don't have self-rising flour. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the Greek yogurt. I froze 2 cups of Greek yogurt in the Ziploc bag, so I'm going to toss that in there. And then I'm going to add maybe about half a cup more of Greek yogurt. I've noticed that the 1-to-1 ratio doesn't actually work that great, at least not for me. So I always try to add a little bit less Greek yogurt than how much flour I have. So I got this mat at Aldi by accident, and it was such a happy accident. It's a pastry mat, and basically you're able to use it and your dough doesn't stick to anything, which is amazing because you add less dough. And if you're doing Weight Watchers, that means less points for you. So this is so good. I love it. I honestly want to buy another one. So like I said, I am making 3 batches of the dough, so I'm just going to knead it and then separate it into 3 different sections. I didn't measure it or weigh it or anything like that. I just kind of eyeballed it, and it all seemed about the same size. So starting with the first recipe, I'm going to make pretzels, and I'm going to separate that ball into 4 different sections, and I'm going to roll that out into about 14 inches or so. What I like about this mat is that it does tell you the measurements at the bottom for inches and centimeters, so that's really nice when making a recipe. So yes, I rolled them out and then just kind of made them into a pretzel form. So this pot has been boiling with baking soda and water. I turned it off and I'm going to put each pretzel in there individually for about 30 seconds each time. I noticed that when these were ready and the 30 minutes was getting close, they started to float. So that's basically how I calculated. Just 30 seconds, or when they start floating, take them out. I place them in this cookie sheet, and then I'm doing an egg wash, and then I'm going to sprinkle some salt on top. Next time I make this, I'm going to do sea salt instead of regular table salt. And then I just put them in the oven at 350 for about 25 minutes. I ended up cooking these for almost 35 to 40 minutes though. And this is what they came out looking like. They were really good and super crispy. I love them, and I'm definitely making this recipe again. So moving on to the second recipe, this is going to be more like a pocket. You can make these as calzones, you can make them as like breakfast pockets, or just add your own things into there. You can make it into empanadas, add some ground beef in there. They would be so good. So with the dough, what I did, I separated that into 4 different sections, and then I rolled it out into a circle. My circles weren't that great, but they worked. And for this recipe, I just added a little bit of deli meat and a little bit of cheese. I had made this a couple of days before and added egg, and it was amazing. So I think next time I make these, I'm definitely going to be adding egg instead of just deli meat and cheese. So once these were all completed, I just sealed them up using a fork and did another egg wash. And then I put them in the oven. These were in the oven for about 25 minutes or so, and they were perfect. These were also really good. Like I said, they needed a little bit more inside of them, but they were still really yummy. Okay, so this last recipe was super simple. So with my last dough, I separated that into 6 different sections, and then I just roll them up, and then each roll I am going to make a breadstick. So basically I just got each section, rolled it up into a stick, and set it aside and completed all the other ones. And once these were all done, I put them in the oven for about 25 minutes or so. That's what I noticed this recipe mostly cooks at, like 20-25 minutes or so. Once the breadsticks were out, I brushed some melted butter and garlic salt on them, and they were so good. This one was probably our favorite. We had them that day for dinner with some pasta, and they were delicious. I'm definitely making this recipe again because they were so good.
So if you like any of the recipes, I will link the original recipes down below for you guys to go and check them out and know like the actual measurements and all that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!